CameronRHanes, Endure, How to Work Hard, Outlast, and Keep Hammering. Dive into the compelling story of CameronRHanes as he embarks on a journey of self-discovery in Endure, How to Work Hard, Outlast, and Keep Hammering. This book captures the essence of facing life's wilderness and the importance of mental and physical strength while pursuing one's passion. Through the lens of bowhunting, Cam shares vital lessons about discipline, endurance, and relentless drive. Learn about his experiences on conquering both external challenges and self-imposed limitations as he navigates his pursuits as a hunter, athlete, and individual.
Unleashing your inner wilderness. In the wilds of Oregon, CameronRHanes and Roy Roth indulge in bowhunting, a demanding pursuit highlighting life's valuable lessons. Everyone has their wilderness, an obstacle impeding one's goals. Determine your wilderness and venture far enough to conquer it. Embrace discipline and persistence, and commit to making small improvements every single day to build an unshakable work ethic. Our tale unfurls in the stunning Eagle-capped wilderness, a rugged, 1,800 square mile expanse in Oregon's Wallowa Mountains. Traversing this challenging terrain, best friends CameronRHanes and Roy Roth wield bows, their adept eyes searching for potential quarry, such as bull elk and bighorn sheep or, less fortunately, ferocious bears or cougars. It is here, among the unforgiving slopes, that the duo learn their most profound lessons about both bowhunting and life itself. Passionate about exploring the next adventure, the more remote or perilous the terrain, the more eagerly they embrace it. This is because each of us faces a wilderness in our lives, uncertainties that stand between us and the achievement of our dreams. These obstacles become opportunities for growth, enabling us to hone our skills. CameronRHanes' wilderness lay in the mountains, where he grew mentally and physically tenacious in his pursuit of his love for bowhunting. Reflect on your unique wilderness and how you plan to tackle it. When Roy Roth relocated to Alaska, Cameron lost his companion but didn't let that stop him. Instead, for 12 years, he pursued his dreams alone, confronting his fears and doubts and fostering self-reliance and confidence. However, another challenge soon emerged. In 1996, Cameron scored a job with Springfield Utility Board, a construction role offering stability yet restricting the time he could dedicate to hunting pursuits. Despite this, he devoted his weekends to his passion and remains committed to his work today. In 25 years, he's never missed a single day. Cameron's achievements don't involve talent, fortune, or expertise, instead, they stem from discipline and perseverance. His advice is simple: commit to doing something every day for a whole year to enhance yourself. Whether running a mile, reading a chapter, or penning a paragraph, remain unwavering in your dedication. Adopting this fierce work ethic, Cameron applies it to everything he does. It has steered him through life and empowered him to face challenges head-on, always ready to embrace the unknown. Catching up to greatness. In 2008, an ordinary man named CameronRHanes found himself running alongside his idol, the famed cyclist Lance Armstrong, during the Boston Marathon. Initially, at a disadvantage, Cam decided to keep going and eventually caught up to Lance. Running side by side for over half the marathon, Cam ultimately finished just ahead of the legend. Cam's story demonstrates the power of visualizing your success and relentlessly pursuing it, regardless of the obstacles you face. Back in the 2008 Boston Marathon, CameronRHanes was around 7 miles into the race when he spotted none other than Lance Armstrong ahead of him. He had previously joked with his sons that he'd run with Lance and beat him, despite them reminding him of the seemingly insurmountable difference in their status. Undeterred, Cam focused on achieving his ambitious goal. For the past 8 years, Cam had been pushing his limits in running, constantly seeking improvement. Driven by the sight of Lance, he tried to close the gap between them. However, the legendary cyclist started to pull away, and Cam was faced with a decision: accept failure or keep going. With unwavering determination, Cam told himself that he wanted to catch up to Lance, and so he did. Running side by side after conquering the toughest hill of the race, Cam broke the ice by asking Lance how he felt. To his delight, Lance replied that he was struggling. From that moment, they ran together for over half of the marathon. Near the end, they parted ways for Lance's camera-ready finish, but Cam persevered and completed the marathon 12 seconds ahead of the iconic athlete. News of Cam's victory spread, with headlines proclaiming him as the bowhunter beats Armstrong. His family celebrated with pride, his sons in awe after watching the race on TV. But the most significant reward was winning the admiration of his father, who had never shown interest in Cam's hobbies before but now could boast about his son defeating Lance Armstrong. CameronRHanes' story teaches us a valuable lesson about the power of visualizing success, determination, and grit in the face of challenges. Obstacles may seem insurmountable compared to our idols, but if we continue to chase our dreams with unwavering resolve, there's no telling what we can achieve once we expect greatness from ourselves. Embrace your personal rock. Just like CameronRHanes carrying a rock up a mountain, we should find our own personal rock and challenge ourselves every day. Embrace pain and discomfort as tools to constantly improve and stay ahead of the competition, firmly holding on to our passion and purpose despite obstacles and difficulties. CameronRHanes, a dedicated bowhunter, found an immense rock on his running trail on Mount Pisgah in North Carolina. During a motivational seminar, he decided to carry the rock up the mountain as an inspirational example. He initially guessed the rock weighed about 70 pounds. However, it turned out to be much heavier, weighing 130 pounds. Even with its jagged edges digging into his flesh, Haynes completed the mile-and-a-half uphill journey that normally took him 15 minutes without the rock. In this case, it took him 2 hours. Following this experience, Cam made a tradition out of carrying the rock up and down the mountain. This exemplifies his attitude toward training, immersing himself in challenges and embracing discomfort. Although his intense workout regimen may not be essential for bow hunting, Haynes refuses to be average. Haynes believes in hard work, knowing it is necessary to beat the competition. To him, accepting exhaustion, pain, and discomfort as part of the process leads to progress in achieving his goals. This is the approach he takes every single day, without taking breaks. The takeaway from this story is to find your own metaphorical rock and commit to carrying it up your mountain daily, embracing every obstacle along the way. It might be more difficult than expected, and there may be pain or moments of doubt, but it's essential to push through and stay focused on your passion. Remember that the sacrifices made will be worth the effort, and there will always be tests to ensure a firm grip on that rock of personal growth. Resilience through life's hardships. When faced with the tragic loss of his best friend Roy, CameronRHanes chose to honor his memory through continued resilience in the face of adversity. The story of Cam's journey serves as a testament to the power of perseverance, highlighting the importance of pushing through setbacks and finding strength in personal passions, values, and loved ones. In the midst of a successful hunting expedition, CameronRHanes encountered a moment that would test his resilience like never before. After a fruitful day, his excitement was crushed by a late-night phone call delivering tragic news: his best friend and hunting partner Roy had died in a hunting accident. Devastated and heartbroken, Cam made a decision that would define his strength of character. He resolved to find the deer he had shot not only for himself, but also for Roy. Cam knew his friend would have loved a good hunting story, and he drew upon that thought as he searched determinedly across 6 miles of terrain. Finally, he discovered the deer 1 mile from where it was shot, naming it Roy's buck. This emotional victory was bittersweet but shaped by the strength and perseverance behind Cam's actions. Life is undeniably filled with setbacks and challenges, and Cam's personal journey exemplifies this truth. Throughout his life, he faced doubters and naysayers who condemned his passion for hunting. Criticisms came in various forms, from accusations of excessive training to death threats from vehement activists. Yet, instead of succumbing to their negativity, Cam used this adversity to fuel his determination. He strove to prove them wrong by becoming the best and most honorable hunter he could be. The internal struggles that Cam faced were equally challenging. He questioned whether he truly deserved the opportunities and praise he received, even scrutinizing his abilities as a father. But like he had done countless times before, Cam persisted. He braved through pain and hardship, determined to give his best and endure. When Cam once questioned Roy about where he found the strength to persevere in times of adversity, Roy cited his Christian faith. For Cam, the driving force behind his resilience was the passion for his craft and the desire to honor his best friend. Ultimately, it is within ourselves to find our own unique sources of strength to withstand life's harshest moments. In a world filled with hardship and cruelty, it is essential for each of us to identify our own driving forces that enable us to endure. By continually pushing forward and keeping our eyes on the goal, we can conquer adversity and honor the memory of those who have inspired our journey along the way. Endure through every challenge. CameronRHanes, an experienced bowhunter, has faced various setbacks and hardships throughout his life, including the tragic loss of his best friend and hunting partner, Roy Roth. Despite these obstacles, he remains motivated and pushes forward, using his passion and determination as fuel to overcome any adversity. It's this enduring spirit that allows him to persevere in the face of adversity and achieve success. Similarly, finding personal strength amidst life's challenges is crucial for everyone, as we all encounter hardships and need to remain steadfast to achieve our goals. In 2015, during a hunting expedition in Colorado, CameronRHanes received devastating news. His lifelong friend and hunting partner, Roy Roth, had died in a tragic accident. Despite his grief, Cam chose to push through his sorrow and continue his pursuit for a buck, knowing Roy appreciated a good hunting story. After an arduous 6-mile search, Cam and his friends finally found the whitetail, dubbing it Roy's buck, in honor of his late friend. This resilient attitude defines CameronRHanes' life. As an accomplished bowhunter, he regularly encounters criticism and disbelief from others. Some accuse him of training too hard or fabricating his hunting tales, while anti-hunting activists send him death threats. Instead of letting this negativity engulf him, Cam transforms it into motivation, dedicating himself to being an exceptional and honorable hunter. Notably, Cam's harshest critic often stems from within. He questions if he's worthy of the opportunities and accolades he's received, agonizes over potential failures, and worries about fulfilling his obligations as a father. Nonetheless, he perseveres, pushing through difficulties with steely determination. Cam's tenacity can be a lesson for all of us. No one is immune to setbacks and obstacles in life. And although these challenges may seem insurmountable at times, finding a source of resilient strength is essential. Roy Roth derived his strength from his Christian faith. For Cam, pushing through adversity means honoring the memory of his best friend and channeling his unwavering passion for hunting. The question each person must ask themselves is, what gives them the fortitude to keep moving forward, despite seemingly insurmountable odds? The world can indeed be a harsh and unforgiving place, but possessing the unwavering drive to keep hammering away is critical. Through unwavering determination and an unrelenting focus on one's goals, enduring even the most difficult challenges is possible.
Endure, How to Work Hard, Outlast, and Keep Hammering, leaves us with an inspiring tale of CameronRHanes' dedication and resilience. Throughout the book, the message is clear: embracing hardships and pushing through setbacks is essential for personal growth and success. Regardless of your passion, Cam's story encourages you to find your wilderness and conquer it with unwavering determination and endurance. Draw strength from your dedication, and never lose sight of the goals you set for yourself. So ask yourself, what is your wilderness? How far are you willing to push to explore and overcome it?